This morning there was an action in New York City. There was a consistent targeting of, extreme targeting, I would say, of journalists. We've lost at least 6 media people in this arrest. This is the first time we've seen, not actually the first time, we've seen a pattern coming from New York City Police Department over the last week or 2 weeks, targeting people who have these press passes. So I guess to some degree, an official Occupy NYC press pass, mine says live stream team on it, is something that will get you arrested. And so now we're talking about targeting press for association with a particular publication.
I'm being arrested right now for nothing.
Put your camera down.
Why am I being arrested?
Turn your camera off.
Why am I being arrested?
Shut it off. Put it away. Put it away.
What was once paradise now has just been left in destruction.
The total area in which Texaco polluted is about the size of the state of Rhode Island. We are suing for environmental cleanup.
The industry doesn't want you to know the truth about what you're eating, because if you knew, you might not want to eat it.
In the last 10 years, major water companies from Europe have started taking advantage of pollution and scarcity.
Now we're in Iraq, you still need a lot of support mechanisms, and there's just not enough military infrastructure to do this. Private contractors come in and they fill the gap.
TechIP won't stop piracy, but it will introduce vast potential for censorship and abuse while making the web less safe and less reliable.
What is a corporation? It is under the law a legal person.
These are a special kind of person who have no moral conscience, designed by law to be concerned only for their stockholders.
The companies want to set up a restricted fast lane on the internet, but only for their partners and services. Only sites who pay them a huge fee would be allowed to use it, making them gatekeepers.
NSA's job to secretly listen in on telephone conversations, email communications, anything and everything.
They were having massive private gains at public loss. A financial engineer built dreams. When those dreams turn out to be nightmares, other people pay for it.
Bear Stearns, Goldman Sachs, Lehman Brothers, they knew what was happening.
What do you think about
I'm a two-time Iraq War veteran!
I'm a two-time Iraq War veteran!
And this is the only occupation!
And this is the only occupation!
That I believe in!
I believe in!
I know a lot of people who do have student loans who have become really, in essence, a slave to the system because they had the crime of wanting an education.
The guy stealing a loaf of bread, he's arrested right away. But the guy stealing millions and billions from investors, he's still up there.
We came here to see it for ourselves because we don't get a lot of the news. I haven't seen anything.
I mean, let's be realistic here. The vast majority of people that serve in the military are from the middle and working class. This 1% that people keep referring to don't fight these wars. They're the ones that benefit, and the 99% are the ones that fight it. That's why veterans across the country are identifying with the people. That's why service members across the country are identifying with this movement and with the people.
I lived on this block. I bought a house. I was also one of them that got suckered in to predatory lending by one bank and refinance, and they closed the place out, and 6 months later I was out my house.
What I am most concerned about right now here is that journalists are being told to turn off their cameras. That's exactly when you must turn them on.
I'm trying to let them know you're one of us. And these bankers up here, they're cutting their health care, they're cutting their pensions, they're cutting their salaries, and they don't even know it. and they got to become aware of that. So listen, thank you for covering it, because without coverage, this thing does not exist. Corporate America does not want you out here. They want to shut you up. You're the speakers for us, so I thank you for covering this.
This raises a very fundamental question as we start going through this. Why are they targeting the camera people? Are they training how to shut down, since they can't control the media, just shut down the media? Anyway, we're not exactly afraid, and there are solutions to the problem. And the solution is a massive decentralization. Global Rev, Occupy NYC, all the media group, it's small. Maybe less than 100 people probably are active on the streets. However, anyone with a cell phone can become a journalist. Now that we're beginning to get targeted, and the story still needs to get out, it is your job as people who are just out in the streets to pick up the camera and get involved, and then go out in the streets and tell the story.